Nick.
I am Bo, and this is
Catherine. And we're your hosts today.
This is episode 8.
8?
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, it is 8.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think.
I realized we gotta start saying the episodes so we know the episodes so we can celebrate when we get to like
That's
100.
100 episodes. Can you imagine?
Do you think we'll make it?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
me
we'll
too.
do it.
I think we'll do it too.
This we can use this as a flashback.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can.
Mhm.
It'll be perfect.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Okay, doesn't matter. Anyway,
Every single time.
every time I can't resist. Cannot resist pointing at the camera and going, what is
this?
What is this?
The amount of times in the last episode.
It's like the number one rule of podcasting is don't talk about the podcast on the podcast.
We break it every single time.
Every time.
It's okay. We're just a self-aware podcast.
We are a very self-aware podcast.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like the fact that we were both silent there and it scared us.
And it terrified us. Does it scare you guys when we go silent? Let us
Let
know.
us know. I actually have something to start with. What was
Okay.
it? Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I had some trouble getting here because I ran out of gas. I had 2 miles on my gas tank, and I didn't want to come here with 2 miles on my gas tank.
2 miles?
So there's not a gas station between us from where I go.
Okay.
So yeah, I had 2 miles, and I also don't trust it. They said there's like actually a little more, but I don't trust it.
Yeah.
How that happened, you may be wondering?
Yes. I do be wondering.
Jay and I went out for a breakfast date,
Okay.
and he hates getting gas. He hates even being in the car when I get gas.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I want to drive because he has bad ADHD, and I don't like him driving. It makes me a little nervous.
You're just a little terrified when he drives.
Not like in the car with him because he tries to pay attention, but I just don't like the idea of him driving at all.
You just don't like
I sound like a controlling wife, I swear.
You're gonna
I
be
swear I'm
driving
not.
and be like, ooh.
Yeah, literally. We want to get, like, when we're rich, get a Tesla because he
Like
could really
self-driving?
use. Which apparently, did you know you have to sign up and be like approved for self-driving, and you have to have
Really?
like good credit and everything?
Wait, but that's confusing because if it's self-driving, you're not the one doing
Driving, I
it.
know.
So it should be the Tesla that has to apply.
Yeah.
The Tesla should
You're
go up and
right.
fill out the paperwork.
You are so right.
That doesn't make any sense. Then, like, shouldn't you have to fill out? Well, you kind of do have to fill out paperwork to drive, I guess.
I
But-
guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's strange. You have to have like good credit, and they have to
Yeah.
like run
I
tests.
saw that weird. I saw something where a girl was stuck in her car because it was updating. I was like, what do you mean?
That's really funny.
It's like a whole different world.
That's so funny. Yeah. Car's updating.
Oh, man, I'm locked
I'm
in
stuck
now.
in here. I would be so scared. It's never
Yeah.
going to let me out.
Yeah.
You know, if a robot takes over the world, it's going to be one of Elon Musk's robots.
Probably.
It's going to be.
I mean, the thought of a self-driving car anyway just terrifies me because I don't trust anything.
But see, here's the thing. There was actually, I can't remember, someone spoke on it, and it kind of sounded a little psychopathic. But, so like, self-driving Teslas kill this many people every single year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of deaths they prevent is crazy, especially if every single vehicle was self-driving, there would be very little accidents. It'd be like however many accidents Tesla's having a year, that's the amount of accidents there would be, then it would be done. Because there would be, the roads would be all like mapped out, which they're mapped out. That's not what I mean. But like everyone has an exact route. Every single car is going the same exact speed, so there's never traffic, there's never accidents. It literally would save so many lives, but to get there, we have to accept the fact that there are going to be people who die in testing, which is scary.
That's terrifying.
And that's what someone said, and it sounded very psychopathic, where it's like, you're willing to let people die in testing to...
Like one of those movies where they're, like, testing on humans, and it's like...
Yeah. But, like, then you find out later... Oh, they're going to literally save everyone.
Yeah.
But right now, it doesn't matter that it's going to save lives because, okay, it's going to save lives in, like, 20 years.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter to us because we're very, like...
We're like, okay, this is happening now. So is it happening now? No. Okay. And I don't care. Wait a minute. Hold on. Backtrack. You were talking about gas.
Oh wow.
Now we're talking about like the future and like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gas. We went on a little date And I was like, I feel like I can make it to the place we're going and not need gas. So I went to the place we were going. Didn't need gas. We made it. We were good.
Okay.
We went in. We ended up going somewhere somewhat close for our like brunch. And then afterwards, I was like, I know I can make it home with this many miles. So I went home. But the problem is I couldn't make it to the gas station from my house. I had that in my mind. I knew that, right?
Yeah.
But I just got a pressure washer, which, by the way, don't buy a pressure washer because then you actually have to do it.
Then you're expected to pressure wash?
Yeah, because now we need a pressure washer driveway and I actually have to do it. And it only is worth the very expensive price if you do it twice. But if I hire someone to do it right now, then it's like, so I bought a pressure washer and I'm paying someone to do it.
You just hire someone and be like, don't worry, I have one.
I
already.
have
Just
the
show
pressure
up."
washer. I bet I could hire like someone for cheap to do it. But my pressure washer is probably not the same as like. Anyway, I'm off on another tangent. I was thinking about how we should change our name.
To what?
I know I just said we can't talk about the podcast on the
What, to
podcast.
tangent?
No, because there is already a podcast that's like Ladies and Tangents, which is a great name. But anyway,
it is.
Pity Privilege.
Oh, that.
I love it so much. I can't stop thinking about it.
Pity privilege.
Is there already a podcast called that?
I don't know.
Because I know we've opened everything with like 2 P's and everything, but it literally works so well because I think we're both somewhat attractive people.
Yeah.
And then I also
Obviously.
and then I also think we're both like we could get a lot of pity because we're both sad people.
We are.
And it works so well.
That is true. That would actually be kind of.
Yeah, you've never seen a podcast do a name change on the podcast, have you?
You're watching just as this is like a business
This
meeting.
is the first time we've ever talked about this, by the way.
She literally just brought this up.
Yeah.
I just go to Kevin, who made our logos. I'm like, so.
By the way.
You want to figure something out for this?
Oh my gosh, poor guy. We should pay him.
Technically, if it's pity privilege, it's still 2 P's.
Oh my gosh. He's pee-pee. He's pee-pee.
The amount of excitement. I'm just thinking about the fact that I have someone who's going to be bringing food to the door. And my door does not
I literally,
block the sound.
I came here and I knocked on the door and from inside I hear, hold on, I'm coming. Like so loud. As if the door was just open.
I was like here too.
Yeah. She just said it like in a normal volume and I could hear it as if she was standing right next to me. So we just talked we're so far off every single topic we were just talking about. Like we just hopped from 12 different topics.
What is happening to our audio?
I'm yelling, that's why. I should probably
Well, I need to get a little closer, I think.
I think it's just because I just went off on a whole tangent. Oh my god.
Your audio's like these like huge waveforms.
Ever since the beginning of this podcast, when I was like back here and also talking extremely quiet, and you were like here,
I was like, hello,
and you know how to project, I was like, I need to basically yell, and boy, did
we both went the opposite, and we need to.
This is gonna be fun for you to edit.
Middle ground. It's okay. It's actually not too bad.
Okay.
But
As long as
I'll
it
try to
doesn't
get closer.
clip. And that's pretty bad.
Then that is bad. But I think it's
Okay.
okay. Anyway,
Okay, wait. Go back to pity privilege. I want to go back to that first.
Pity privilege. Yeah.
I really like that, and I actually think we should consider it. Like,
I think
for real.
so too.
Because that's a
That would be kind of cool.
very clever line by you. And
Improvised.
we should have known that if we just started talking,
Something would happen.
something would come up. But
Yeah.
you can't start a podcast without. We're gonna have to redo everything.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like we're that huge yet, so at least it wouldn't be like.
It
Sorry,
doesn't really
guys.
matter. Plus, pity privilege, I feel like it would catch on way better. You know, when like this is something I was just making a new brand, which I just talked to you about.
Yeah.
And I was coming up with a ton of names, and like there were some that had words that I really liked in them.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is great, but like it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So sometimes, and then like I came up with the actual thing, and it felt right, and then something was still a little off, and then I talked
Yep.
to you, and now the one that we came up with feels so right. Like, it feels like just what it's meant to
Yeah.
be. And I feel that about this, where like we were unsure about 2Ps.
We were, especially
We
because there's
liked
about
it.
800
Yeah.
of them.
And it's a good pun, but it's also like, it's a good pun, but
Is
it's
it
got to
if
be
there's-
brandable.
Yeah. Is it a good pun if 8,000 people have also thought about it?
Probably not. But pity privilege is a great pun.
My phone just went ding.
And I don't think there are any podcasts called Pity Privilege, or
I
not
don't
any
think so.
popular ones. Do you need to get up?
They're like here right now.
Oh,
so.
they're approaching.
Hello, person dropping off food.
Hello.
You can really hear us.
Okay, wait. How did we get to Pity Privilege? How did we get to changing the
You
name?
you just said you were going off on another tangent, and then you just suddenly went on another tangent.
Wait, what was the tangent? The pressure washer. Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, so
The gas.
me telling a story here. Every single time I listen to one of our podcasts, I try to tell a story, and it takes the whole podcast.
In our last one, or the one before last, I don't know, one of the last ones, you were saying how you went on this whole thing explaining how it takes you a really long time to
I know.
explain stories.
And it's funny because I know I do that every single time, because I think I did that in like our second episode, and I just did it again.
Anyway, so
Anyway, so the pressure, I'm like making out with the microphone. I'm sorry. The pressure washer gas. Where was I? Okay, pressure washer. Yeah, I knew I could get home with the amount of gas, but I couldn't get to a gas station. But I was like, this is
Okay.
fine because I have gas at home. I have gas at
I
home.
have gas at home.
I
The
know you
gas
were
at home.
thinking- I knew you were doing a meme. But literally the gas at home, because I got home, I tried to put gas in my car, not right away because I am a procrastinator, but instead when I like had to be somewhere, I tried to put gas in my car and I couldn't, because apparently you need a special tool. You can't just lift the gas tank and put it in
dump
your
it
car.
in there.
Well, it has like a nozzle. So
Yeah.
I thought you could just, because I've done it before in my
Okay.
old car. Apparently they make new cars, so you need a special tool to put gas in it.
Oh.
If someone wants to give me gas for free, I'm okay with that. Anyone could put gas in my car and I'd be happy. But anyway, so the tool, I couldn't figure it out because I don't read things. And
I don't read things.
I don't. And I just texted Jay and I was like, please come help me with this car
Yeah.
thing. Actually, I think my exact words were, if you don't mind, I could use some help.
But only if you
don't
wanna.
mind
And
Only if you feel like it. But anyway, so he came out and he immediately just started reading. Like, there's a little sticker on the gas thing and it tells you how to do it. And he's like, oh, like there's a spout, there's a nozzle, whatever it's called. And then we looked and I bought my car used, so we couldn't find it. So they just stole the
Oh.
nozzle or the spout, the funnel, that's what it's called. And sold the car. So I ended up having to take his car somewhere and then ordering a nozzle, funnel. Why can't and ordering a funnel. But anyway, the whole point of this, the whole reason this came up is
Mhm.
because I still hadn't filled it. So I was going to be late to the podcast because it took me like 2 extra minutes to get out the door.
So wait, did you end up getting gas in your car? I'm confused.
Yeah, I purchased a nozzle, a funnel.
Okay, so you did it. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
We're clear now. We're clear now. I'm like, how did you do you have no gas in your car currently? Sitting out there like,
No,
help.
I was about to just take his car again, and then I'm like, I think he has somewhere to be today, so I didn't take his car.
It's not as important as this.
Yeah, physical
Kidding.
therapy, nah, don't need that.
We don't need any of that. It's fine. It's fine. He can skip it. Oh man. I guess so. I will be right back. Entertain them. Is it here? It's here.
It would take, that would be so long for them to be dropping it off. Oh, I just got dizzy. Today's episode is sponsored by Flower Vela. Flower Vela is a company that we support and we used even before they decided to pay us tons and tons of money. We always use them. I swear this is not a joke. And now I saw Sprite. Oh, you can't open it, can you? It's okay, I'll do it with my teeth. You ready?
I'm ready.
This is my party trick that I've never done.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm the coolest person ever. I'm the coolest person in the world. I have never done that.
She just opened what do you call that? A bottle cap,
beer
I guess?
bottle.
A beer bottle.
This is Sprite, by the way. I just want to make that clear.
It's Mexican Sprite.
Oh, there's not a logo. I thought there was a logo.
Look at this logo.
So I thought this. Anyway, I'm the coolest person in the world. It's official.
I was a little afraid that this was gonna end with like me needing to like bring you to like, the emergency room or something.
Chip a tooth or like slice my gums open. That was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. I
We
just
captured that.
Hope you know that.
For the first time. That's the
I've
first time.
tried. I just also want to say, even though I'm saying I'm the coolest person in the whole world, it is very clear to me that this was a lot bendier than beer caps. I think it's because something with this is carbonated. I don't know why, but I've literally tried with beer bottles before, and I've never been able to do it.
You strengthened your teeth.
Strengthened my teeth.
Yeah.
My jaw has been being weird. Maybe it's getting superpowers.
Oh yeah, you said it was like
Crackling.
that's not good.
Yeah, when I went to get my wisdom teeth removed, I'm sorry, I'm like spitting now because this has sugar in it. Whew. When I went to get my wisdom teeth removed, the surgeon told me that my jaw really needs to be fixed, and it's going to cause me a lot of issues if I don't get it fixed. And I didn't get it fixed, and now it's causing me issues.
Had you been trying to open things with your jaw before?
I have not. I have not. However, I did get masseter Botox, which is Botox in the muscle of your jawbone. In the muscle of your jawbone.
The muscle of your jawbone.
What the? Did you hear that they discovered life on another planet?
What?
Like, actually? Maybe.
No, why would I have not? Why have I not?
Because there's so much fake news with, like, space stuff that you never really know if it's true or not. But this one, because of the James Webb Telescope, they can see a certain chemical or something. I don't remember.
Okay.
They could see a certain chemical or gas or something on another planet that's like 11 light years away or 17 light years away or something, right?
Okay.
Check your facts.
It's 11 or 17.
11
One
or
of those
something.
somewhere
One of
between there.
They're the same number in my head, so I get them confused. But anyway, this chemical or gas or whatever on Earth is here because there are life forms here.
Oh,
and that's the only reason it's here. So they found it on another planet. Now, I think, personally, with my background in science and whatever the science of gases and chemicals and planets are.
Like a chemist?
The science of chemicals. What's that called? With my personal scientific background, I think there are weird things on other planets, and it doesn't particularly mean that there's another life form. What if it's there for a different reason? What if it's just there because it has the atmosphere that can have it? But apparently they think there might be. But anyway, in the next few months, we're going to find out if there's life on that planet.
I have possibly an unpopular opinion here.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just like a question I'm pondering. What is our goal for finding life on another planet? Like, what are we gonna do?
To be friends with the aliens? To be friends? To get besties? To merge in an association of planetary council?
Wow, this is like a movie now.
Well, no, because what are you gonna? Who owns the world then? Right now, we think we own the world. What if we go into their territory? They're like, you're not allowed here because we own this part of the world or the universe. Sorry, I'm using the wrong word.
Yeah,
but
the world.
But so then we need a government for the universe.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is, are we searching for intelligent life forms?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the sad thing is I think we're gonna go to that. Well, it's not sad. It's it would actually be amazing.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna go to that planet and find it's like a stupid worm or something.
It's a stupid worm.
And then but the cool thing is, if things live there, we can live there. Or that's not true, but
take me there.
Yeah. No, but the idea is literally, I think one of the goals of science
Mhm.
people, fact check this, is is that we're trying to look for other planets to inhabit because we're gonna destroy.
Because let's destroy another planet. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
It's already,
Have you ever seen The Martian?
the movie?
Yeah.
The one that we watched when we were like really little?
We watched that because I just watched it. Not the one with the weird literal Martians. Are you thinking about the one with the weird literal Martians?
Probably.
Yeah. No, it's about an astronaut. So
Hmm.
it has no real Martians.
Oh, okay. Then I'm thinking of something completely
Anyway,
different.
It's amazing. You should watch it. Watch
Ooh.
it. Watch it.
You should wash it.
You should watch it. This is why we can't. This is why when I zone out and then I go, oh, we're being silly. It's silly time.
It's silly
And then we just say the same thing over and over.
And they're just like, can you please move on to like a different topic?
I'm
I'm
sorry.
Some of our topics have made me topics. I can't speak.
What are topics?
Okay. One of our topics we were talking about, whatever, made me think about, have you seen the thing going around on TikTok where it's like, would you rather be left alone in the woods with a man or a bear?
Oh, a bear, but no.
Instant. So I was thinking we need to ask it because women have been asking their, like, women who are with like male partners, they've been asking them, would you rather leave me alone in the woods with a man or a bear?
Is that where I thought I was going? I'm sorry, I rolled my eyes.
You rolled your eyes. So obviously there's some stupid men coming onto the app like, what do you mean you'd rather a bear? Blah, blah, blah. But most of the videos I've seen of women asking their partners, the man is like, oh, a bear. Or they just start asking questions about the bear, and they're not even like considering the man. Because, and I don't know the statistics of it all, but basically then like people have been coming out like, that way more men attack women than
bears. Yeah, but also women are a lot more women are around a lot more men than they are bears. So if you give it the proper ratio, I'm sure it would probably be, like, bears would probably win that one, but I still would rather be in the forest with a bear.
Exactly.
Plus it's snuggly. I always say if I die via bear, just know I was happy to die that way because as it was eating me, I got one last pet in.
You were just like, oh, good bear.
I gave it a pet and then my life was made and then it ate me, so it doesn't really matter. But like my life was made, so I lived my fullest life. If I ever get eaten by a bear,
just know that you were happy.
I was happy.
You were happy being eaten by that bear.
I was happy to die in that moment.
Good to know. So I think that we both should ask our partners.
Oh yeah,
that question.
Point of your
and then come back to it.
I got off on a bear tangent. Okay. Yes.
And then come back and report back to see, just,
Okay.
Because, like, sometimes I see the men are, like, asking a lot of questions. They're like, but do I know the man? Do I blah, 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 blah? But the point is it's a random, you don't know.
When you ask Kevin, is that what we're calling him?
Yeah.
When you ask Kevin,
yes,
can you text me because I'm going to forget?
Yes.
So when you remember, remind me.
Okay, I will.
So I just want to say I forgot my fidget thing, so I've been fidgeting with this bottle cap. And
I forgot mine. It's literally right over there.
I'm probably going to scratch myself on it because it's really sharp.
Oh, girl.
I'm sorry, I just inhaled my saliva excitedly. To go way back to a previous podcast topic.
Okay.
Previous topic on a different podcast we talked about. I don't know why I reworded it. It didn't matter. Anyway, I had another situation where Jay woke up.
It was like talking in his sleep.
So this particular night was the night before last night.
Okay.
I got 1 hour of sleep, if that. The whole night.
Because of him?
No.
Okay.
No, it was quite early in the night, so he thinks that it didn't help.
Okay.
But I, for some reason, anytime I am on my period, I just don't sleep as well. And I'll just be like awake all night. And it's like I'm tired. I feel like I'm about to fall asleep. It's like that cozy half asleep feeling, except Think about that for 8 hours. So I just never fall asleep.
That's frustrating.
But it's fine because I'm cozy for 8 hours.
At least you're not sitting there like.
Yeah, but it does suck because, you know, when you can't fall asleep and you're like, I'm only going to get, 7 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep. You know, you start counting down.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
Like, another hour passed.
Another hour lost.
Just I got 20 minutes of sleep left. Let me try. Give it a go. Anyway, I usually fall asleep at 10 o'clock because I'm an old woman. And I should say I start to wind down at 8 o'clock because I'm a really old woman. I literally get snuggled in my bed.
In your bed? That's so early.
8 o'clock? Snuggled in bed?
I mean,
it's so comfortable.
Around 8 o'clock is when, like, we get cozy on the couch.
Yeah, this is horrible, but I spend most of my day on the couch. I don't have an office right now.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't have an office? Why is it weird?
Because you're like a boss woman.
Oh.
I picture you at like a desk and
so I had a whole upstairs loft, bathroom, bedroom. That was my office. And we recently, I wasn't using it because I don't like to be upstairs. Did I already talk about this on the podcast?
I don't know.
You guys are used to me repeating things obsessively 100 times. So anyway, so I ended up I was always working downstairs anyway, which I didn't have an office downstairs, so I ended up just on the couch. So this has been a long time that I've been on the couch. But I don't like to be upstairs because I have lots of dogs. I have a lot going on downstairs that plus some of my work involves me being on camera, so all of my like cosmetics are downstairs. Half of my stuff was upstairs and half of it was downstairs. It just wasn't convenient, so we ended up switching offices. So now he has this whole loft for his office. It's beautiful. And then I have like a room.
You have a couch.
I have a couch. No. But I do have a room, but I decided to turn that room into a studio instead of an office. So now I just have like a desk randomly and no chair, and my PC we upgraded it and it's connected to the TV because we've been using it for gaming instead of work. So anyway, it's a whole mess. I'm still figuring out what the heck I'm going to do, how I'm going to have an office. But anyway, I work on the couch is my point.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of my day on the couch. Or outside on our outside couch.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel like relaxing.
Yeah, so we still relax on the couch, but like to wind down for the night.
Yeah.
I just think bed.
Bedtime. See, my issue, that's kind of a lie. I don't know. I was going to say if I'm in the bed, then I'm going to want to sleep. Mm-hmm. But sometimes even when I'm on the couch, I want to sleep. So it's a little...
It's not where I thought you were going. I thought you were going to say that, like, in bed you can't even sleep. And then I forgot not everyone has terrible insomnia.
Honestly, sometimes, yeah. But no, I have a problem where I was talking to Kevin about this. That, like, on the random weekend day, we just decided to, like, sit down. He was playing, like, video games. And I fell asleep because I was cozy.
Oh, I love that.
The problem, naps. Yeah, but the problem is, it's like, if I get cozy, my body's like, time to sleep.
That's good.
But it's not good when sometimes you just want to be cozy doing something else.
Yeah, but the opposite problem is never being able to be tired, so.
But the problem is that then I'll go up to the bed and kind of like you were saying, then I'm not as cozy.
Also, I just want to say, I just sounded like I was invalidating you because I was, but I just want to say I wasn't trying to invalidate you. I was just playing devil's advocate.
No, I understand.
Okay, I understand. But no, that would be irritating.
Yeah, and so
plus I sit down a lot, which is probably why I can't get tired. So every time I sat down and was like a little bit comfortable, I just passed out. I would probably be very frustrated.
I was saying how I feel like it's almost because my brain is constantly like. Yeah. So once I finally am like, oh, relax, my body's like, oh, okay.
Well, that's what I was going to say is that you're out and up a lot. You're not like, sitting on your couch constantly,
Yeah.
like other people in this room. Oh,
Oh my god.
oh
my god, I'm doing it right now.
I'm on the couch. Oh, that's our 30-minute mark. What? Why did you get scared?
I didn't know what it was.
You literally, I want you to play that back. that was wild. It was a wild reaction. Okay. Anyway, let's cut it out and go on break.
Cut it out. The shut it down, is that what it was?
I think you're being Michelle from Full House, which apparently there's some stuff there. But anyway.
Oh, no, I'm talking about New Girl. When she was, like, talking about teachers working together, that they can't be together, and she's going, like, shut it down. Something like that. I don't know.
It sounds right.
Anyway.
Okay.
We're going to take a short break.
Oh, yeah. We're telling them. Bye.
We don't have to, but...
I've been using Adobe or Premiere Pro because Cyberlink failed me recently.
Rude.
So it's been an interesting, as you know, little adventure.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we were audio messaging, but I was thinking if we ever do funny audio messages, we could like put.
That's true. Well, one of them I think you had called me, but
Oh, I forgot.
we may have been texting for that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but that would be funny.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. Hi.
Hello. Long time no see, even though you saw us
see.
literally 10 seconds ago.
I'd just ate half of a burrito. Mm-hmm.
That was way too much of a mouthful. Also, I need to stop drinking this. 'Cause it has like 36 grams of sugar. And that's a lot of sugar
That is a lot.
for such a tiny little.
Oof.
If I see it, I'm going to drink it.
Oh, yeah. On the break, we realized that Bo was telling a story that she didn't
Never
finish
finished.
telling.
Once
So-
again. Once again, do you want me to go on another tangent about how I never finished my stories? 'Cause I
Yeah.
can. Definitely
Go
can.
for it.
Anyway, the story of Jay sleep talking.
Mm-hmm.
So I was up all night that night, very awake, and it's interesting to be awake and hear the different things he does, which usually I wake up when he like starts sleep talking anyway, because I'm a very light sleeper. He's a very heavy sleeper. But like sometimes he laughs in his sleep and stuff, and I know I sleep through that. But him laughing in his sleep scares me a little. Anyway, so it was 11:30 p.m. and
Okay.
I had come to terms with the fact that the sleep medicine I took was not enough. I stood up and I was going to go to the kitchen and get some more sleep medicine.
Things you knock yourself out.
Things you should not mix, but I was like, I need to sleep. Anyway, I got up. I started walking, and he goes, he goes, what the heck? Except he didn't say heck. Like yells. I'm not gonna yell it, but he like yelled it. So I was like, and he's like, holy guacamole, except he didn't say guacamole. He's like, holy guacamole.
No, it's funnier to imagine that that's what he said.
Holy guacamole.
Holy guacamole.
You thought for a second. And I go, what? Because, like, I'm afraid at night. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's a monster. And it turns out I was a monster. Anyway, no, because, like, I think he says, no, that's not what happened. But I think me standing there, even though our room is pitch black, but for some reason he can see. He has
That's weird.
very good night vision. But to me, it's pitch black. So I didn't realize that maybe I startled him by standing. But I think he thought someone was standing over the bed. Like maybe the mixture of me getting out of bed and then being standing there kind of woke him up a little bit. And then, anyway, I go, are you okay? Oh my gosh. Like, cause I realized I need to chill out and there's probably not a monster in the room. I go, are you okay? And it's weird because usually after I talk to him after he's talking in his sleep, he does not talk back because he's sleeping.
He's sleeping.
Yeah. But he went, yeah, I'm okay. And then I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, and he held my hand. But I was like standing, so I was just holding his hand saying,
So,
yeah. Anyway, gotta go get that sleep medicine because I'm standing up right now.
she just goes, he just snuggles your hand.
Yeah. He was like, oh, so sweet. Anyway, my emotional support bottle cap.
Oh no, it fell.
It's okay, we got it.
It kind of sounded like you were saying that he called you that.
It did. The audio listeners were like, what? And actually the viewers too, because no one saw that I dropped this. Anyway, I got my medicine, went back to bed.
Ripped your hand away.
Yeah. I stayed up the whole rest of the night, and when you take sleep medicine and stay up the night, then it's even worse, because then you're loopy and awake instead of just awake.
So he never woke up to say, like, or was that him awake?
So he doesn't wake up at night.
That's weird.
From the hours of starting hour when he takes his 4 million... My emotional support protocol! Hold on. I don't know why this is so important, but it is. From the hours, the beginning when he takes his millions and millions of sleep medicines to probably like 5 a.m.
Mhm.
He will not remember anything. He does not wake up. I can probably jump on the bed and he would be sleeping. Like, I'm not even kidding. And then, like, after 5 is when I need to, like, if I have to get up to go to the bathroom, I try to, you know, he says it doesn't matter because if I have to go, I have to go. But, like,
Yeah.
I just, out of respect, try to be a little more quiet because I know that if he wakes up at 5, he's not going back to bed. But anyway, so I was exhausted, so I didn't bring it up right away. And I'm very grumpy in the mornings. This morning it was even worse than yesterday morning, even though I didn't sleep yesterday morning. But this morning I like kept trying to fall back to sleep and I couldn't because my freaking dog was barking. And the neighbors are gonna sue us. Anyway, they're not gonna sue us.
Sue you for your dog barking?
Yeah. But I don't like when our neighbors text us because I know we did something wrong. And they're gonna call the HOA on us. Anyway, so I didn't bring it up to him right away. But I waited a little bit and I was like, so usually I start with, do you remember last night? I'm sorry. I'm having a little heartburn.
Oh no.
Okay. If you can hear like a little burp, please cut that out.
Okay.
Or like bleep it. Anyway.
Beep.
Beep. But this is why we don't drink soda on a podcast, because heartburn will happen. Anyway. Where was I?
You were at, do you remember what happened last night?
Oh, yeah. Usually I ask him, do you remember what happened last night? He goes, it's a long time. What do you mean? And because it has hit me that he sometimes is awake but sleeping. So, like, even early in the night before he falls asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, last night, I think he was falling asleep. I ended up waking him up because we actually got in a conversation, but I think he was basically sleeping and he told me the thing I told you about the aliens.
Oh.
He was like, and I was falling asleep and I was exhausted last night because I hadn't slept the night before.
Yeah.
So I was like dozing off, and he goes, they may have found aliens or life on another planet, like so loud. And I was like, what? And then we ended up getting in a conversation. So I think he actually woke up, but I realized things like that he might not always remember. In fact, I don't even know if he remembers that.
You gotta ask him now.
Because I never ask him those things, so I just assume he remembers.
Because he was talking, yeah.
But yeah, so usually I ask him, do you remember last night? And he goes, what part? And then I explain. But I realized that isn't a useful method of communication. So instead I said, hey, like, do you remember getting startled last night? And he was like, what do you know? And I told him, and he was like, I don't even remember that a little bit. Like, not even a tiny bit.
That is really funny. I do the same thing, though, where I'm like, do you remember last night? And he's just like, huh?
What about it?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, do you remember when you smacked me in your sleep?
You already started punching me.
He's like, that wasn't in my sleep. I'm not just kidding.
Oh my god, that scared me.
I'm just kidding. I made a joke and I realized really quickly it was not a good joke to make.
It was a great joke.
Anyway.
It's hilarious. I love it. I'm not sleeping.
The other night, he gets like, you know when you have the kind of like jump, when you jump in your sleep?
Yeah.
He does this so violently. And so
I do that.
But it'll be like, I was having a hard time falling asleep the other night. And I was like,
oh no.
I was almost there. And, you know, we were like cuddling. And then his whole body just.
I can't remember if it was Taylor Tomlinson or Hannah Burner, but one of them had a bit on how men like twitch in their sleep.
Okay, yeah.
And I think it's funny because every man I've ever slept next to, which has only been one, my partner now, Jay, they've all been twitchy, but he's, you know, even though I just said he's the only one, he's surprisingly not very twitchy.
Oh, okay.
But a little bit sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like it hasn't been as frequent, especially even like his sleep talking and everything. But yeah, that was like a very violent one. And then he's just like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it woke him up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it wakes him up. That's how violent it was.
That's how mine are. Because I get that a lot. Because I sense I like have a hard time falling asleep. If I am laying on my back, I will wake up terrified and like have a dream of me like skateboarding and falling off of something. I'm like,
why does that happen? Why is it? I swear that it's skateboarding for me too.
What? That's so weird. Because for me, it's like every time.
Why
Almost every single time. That's amazing.
I've never skateboarded before.
That's the funny thing. Neither of us have ever skateboarded in our lives. Maybe that's why. Maybe we need to.
Maybe it'll help us. Like, it's always like I'm half asleep skateboarding. I don't know.
Maybe that's like the hold music for sleep.
What?
Maybe that's the hold music for sleep.
The hold music
is like skateboard. That's just like
yeah. It's not counting sheep. It's skateboarding.
Yeah, maybe that we've had it wrong all this time.
Yeah, because like then I'll like go on like a ramp, and then
yeah. What the heck?
Does this happen to other people, or maybe it's just weird? Why is it
skateboarding? Or are we just strange? Just like we've never talked about skateboarding. It's not like it was the common theme growing up. It was literally
never. Okay, that was an interesting.
I like saw it in your eyes when as soon as I said skateboarding. You're like, why is it always
like? Are you in my head?
I like how you paused for a minute. You're like, why is it always? I swear.
Like, I was trying to remember. I was like, have we talked about this before? Is this like a...
No, I've never heard that.
That's weird.
And because it's funny because I said it because I always experience skateboarding in my sleep.
Yeah, me too.
So I was like ready for you to go, why skateboarding?
Why skateboarding?
But no, you're like,
no, I was just like, exactly. This is a universal experience.
Skateboarding, jump scares.
Oh my god. That's
really
weird.
Funny.
That's like most, like if I have a moment where I wake up like that, that's what it was.
You're always skateboarding.
Yeah. I always have dreams that are like about something that I have to do the next day. So
anxiety dreams are the
Yeah.
worst. And then you're like late and then
Yeah.
you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I had a final at 10 a.m., which isn't very early, but still my brain was like, let's panic and think that you're gonna sleep through it. So in my dream I woke up and it was 10:30 and I was like, oh my god, it started at 10. I have to try to get there as fast as I can, and it's like half an hour away at least, so I need to go drive. And then it was like, you know, when just weird things keep happening, and I kept looking at the time and it was like all the routes kept changing and I was like, where am I, who am I? And then finally I like parked somewhere and it was like 11:30. I was like, I can't. So I opened up my laptop and went to the final because it's like on there. It's just that we're supposed to be like in person to do it. And I opened it and then I accidentally submitted it with like 5 questions done. And then it was...
That sounds horrible.
And then I woke up for real and I was like... and it was fine.
One time I had a dream like that was so intense that I went to an appointment a day early. Because I jumped it was the day before it actually was. So I was like, I can't I can't be late.
You didn't have it like written down anywhere?
I don't write anything down.
Oh.
Appointments are just, that's why I miss so many.
I was gonna say, that doesn't sound like a good system.
That's right. We literally just talked about how I missed a very important meeting for our business.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay, because you're just like, oh, remember.
If I have more than 2 things in a week, which I usually don't, unless it's like work stuff, I will write it in my notes, but finding that note and actually using it for reference.
I do that all the time where it'll just be like March 9th. I'm like, I didn't write anything about what it was. I just wrote the date down.
If I ever write dates down, it's as I'm falling asleep because I can't sleep because I can't stop thinking about how I'm going to forget something.
Okay.
So I like to keep my phone near me and notes open because if I think of anything at night that I have to do, which is basically what I think about at night, I'm not going to sleep if I don't write it down. So sometimes if I'm stressed about a date, I'll write it down, but at night I seem to make a lot of typos, so sometimes it'll be like March 8th and then say something completely weird and I'm like, what?
What is this? Yeah, I just love when I put a date and I don't put what it is. So like, what was the point?
It's like March 8th, dog, but it meant doctor.
Dog.
That was a terrible example. It just took me like 2 whole minutes ever since I said it before to come up with.
Yeah, that's the notes app. I feel like you can say a lot about a person.
I would be okay if people read my search history. I would be okay if people, that's all they do when you die. I don't know. No, it's not. What?
When you die.
Anyway, like I don't need a bestie to go delete my search history like they always say. I need someone to throw my notes app in a fire, and I think it backs up on iCloud, so also throw that in a fire. Okay. The whole iCloud servers. I don't even care. I don't care if they see like my gallery, which is full of things no one should see, but like my notes app, that's like deep stuff.
That's sacred.
Sometimes it's like laundry detergent. Like in the same note, it'll be like laundry detergent, March 8th. Sometimes at night, I think about how short life is.
Yeah, that is what it's
Sometimes it's in different ones. Sometimes I'm a little more organized. I used to have a note, wild, that was titled "Things I Never Said." Things I never said to people. I don't remember. Things I never said. Let's just say it was titled that.
Oh wow.
The longest note you've ever seen of like just venting either about how much I appreciate someone, how mad I am at them about something, like literally so many notes to even people I hardly knew, but things like I so badly wanted to say to people and never said, like I hate you, you're annoying. I'm kidding.
Like that girl in Target. And her top was so cute, but I never said anything.
Basically. It was a weird time period, too. Because it was like, I think it's because it was when I was around a lot more people.
Okay.
So, and I had learned that you're not supposed to say everything. You know, my little autistic brain learned maybe you shouldn't say everything that you think. So I started writing it down as like therapy. But yeah, it's a wild note. If anyone ever sees that, I'm done for. I'm done for.
Oh my god. You still have it?
Yeah.
Okay, pull it. I'm just kidding. Pull it up. Listen.
I wonder what if I could like read anything off of it. We should make an episode. Actually, maybe this will be when we are famous and have a Patreon. Mm-hmm. We should make an episode of where we get like share things from our notes app.
Oh my god. I feel like mine would be like kind of boring in a way.
Why?
Mixed with like, because I don't have anything like that. I just like randomly write song ideas down or just like
that's cool too.
Things that come into my brain.
Sometimes I just have random idea, like a whole note that just says like one random idea that is out of context, so it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I've found like 12 notes in the process of trying to look for this one. I just typed things instead of writing the whole thing, and I have a note from 2023.
Last year.
Wait, this is. Oh, I guess this would be last August. I thought it was farther away, but it says that it's titled "Things to Tell Jay," and the only thing on it says "Cow in Pond," all caps.
Cow in pond.
Cow in pond. So I just wanted to tell Jay that there was a cow in a pond, and I saw it.
There was like an actual cow in a pond?
Yeah, see, you're interested.
It
was the coolest thing ever. There was just a cow in a pond.
Aww.
It was just like almost fully submerged in water, like its little back and like shoulders. And
we were just taking a bath.
You're just taking a bath.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So I have that written down. I have things I didn't expect to see today from January 2023. That was one of the most insane times of my life. This
Really?
note may show it. From 117, Dead Bunny. Rory pretending to pee so we could go inside. Because she was like kind of a puppy. She was less than a year old then.
Yeah.
So she just pretended to pee because she wanted to go inside.
See, this is so much more entertaining. Like my my notes app isn't this funny. Like,
Oh, this is when I slowly started to lose my mind. It's sad because you can see like when I was doing unwell. 119, my notes were, Judy said, our sister said, I am like Wikipedia for our family history. The second one is, I swear neighbors are NPC. They're acting suspicious. And then the third one, it was bird truck, which I remember very clearly. There was, wait, I don't remember. There was a weird truck that was either capturing birds or setting birds free. I can't remember. I swear it actually was. But
are you sure?
I remember I wasn't in my right mind at the time either. So
Okay,
it also...
It could have not been.
Could have not been. Could have not been. Bird truck.
I swear my neighbors are NPCs.
They did seem like NPCs. Sometimes you just look around and you go...
Were they just like walking into the wall?
Well, sometimes people freak me out because like the pattern of human behavior is very strange. And I was very used to going on walks and seeing the same people and everything. But it was freaking me out because all of my neighbors that day were stopping and just, hi. Like, literal, like, such NPC
The
moves.
Sims wave.
Yeah. But, like, in reality, they were probably just being friendly.
You know, there was a day kind of recently that, like, I actually had to go in the mirror. Sorry, she's reaching down to get her bottle cap.
Oh, I just, like, got a cramp in my ribs. Okay, continue.
That's not good.
Sorry.
Wait, that just reminded me. Hold on, I'll go back. I swear. The other day I reached back to get something and I think I actually dislocated my shoulder like slightly.
Oh, you know, I've done that before. I dislocated my shoulder
Yeah.
trying to open a pickle jar once.
I think I was holding a baby and I reached for
We're
something.
holding a baby.
Yeah. My niece. Anyway,
Oh.
not my baby.
Oh.
I don't have one. Anyway, there was one
Show this
day
clip to
when
Kevin.
I literally had to go in the bathroom and like check my face because I was like, everywhere I was walking, people were literally staring at me.
Things like that. That freaks me out when people are like...
And it wasn't just like, oh, a couple people. It was like everywhere I was going where I was literally like...
That's so scary. Were you like in a weird mindset that day?
Maybe?
Because maybe you just were noticing because you're a very pretty lady and people do stare at pretty ladies when they go out, or maybe you looked distressed.
I could have because... yeah.
Maybe it was, again, pity privilege.
So there was a time when I was walking and one of the like road workers or whatever like kind of looked at me and he kind of like did like a little like concerned face and I was like, what? And I looked down in my phone reflection and my face was like as I was walking I was like scrunching my face up. I was like
feel
too
bad.
serious. It's like, oh, maybe
Maybe he was worried.
but I don't know. It's weird when things like that happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. But because you want to be like, oh, maybe I just like look really good today. But I don't know. They weren't staring. I don't know.
I feel like you can tell because sometimes when I go out and I'm hot,
Mm-hmm.
I like expect it. I wasn't picking my nose. I was scratching my nose. I just want to make that clear. Anyway, I also wasn't like shoving a bottle cap up my nose. I was just holding it. Anyway. Oh, we didn't turn the fan off.
That's
It's fine. It reminded me because the reason my nose was itchy was because my hair kept going tickle, tickle, tickle. Anyway, I've touched my nose like 20 times since I just said that. Anyway, if I go out and I'm hot,
So every time you go out.
no. Remember the pity privilege
Yeah.
story? Sometimes I look very scary when I go out. Anyway, if I go out and I'm hot, I'm like expecting people. I know that's like so egotistical, but like I'm expecting maybe some creepy men are gonna be like, you know.
Yeah.
But if I go out and I'm not hot,
Yeah.
I know the people looking at me are not like, cause I don't know if you can relate, cause you're a model and so
But you're like actually a model.
whatever,
So.
and so beautiful all the time. But like,
Yeah.
I can look like a bridge troll,
I can too.
so I know I am ugly sometimes.
Oh my god.
No, I'm serious. Like, I can literally go out being ugly. I could intentionally go out in the baggiest clothes ever, looking disheveled and uggo. And I know they're not being like, oh, she's cute. So it's like, why are you looking then, bro?
I don't know.
You can tell the difference. My point, this very long story, is you can tell the difference of if people are glancing at you because you look cute, and you could tell if they're looking at you because of some weird other reason.
Yeah. And that's why I thought, like, I didn't feel particularly cute that day. I was like, I had just, like, walked through the heat, like,
Maybe you were like,
across the campus. Yeah. They're like, is she okay? Does she need an inhaler? But there wasn't anything, like, particular. Because, like, sometimes I'll be doing things and I'm, like, wondering if people are going to be looking at me because sometimes I just struggle to be a human, you know? Like, sometimes when I'm trying to pick up my backpack or, like, put something in, I'm like, I feel like sometimes I just can't do things like a normal person. So then I'm like, yeah, people probably would be looking at me. But in that case, I was just walking. So I was like, why are people staring at me? I don't know.
That's, I feel, isn't it weird that some days you're just more there than other days? Like, there are some days where you could just, like, sink in and, like, it's kind of like you're a little invisible.
Yeah.
I like those days. I like being out and feeling like nobody can see me. That's the social anxiety. That sounded so much sadder than I meant it to.
No, well, because sometimes being perceived is difficult.
Yes, it's so difficult. I hate being perceived.
Yeah.
So I prefer those days when I feel a little bit.
I hate being perceived as we're recording ourselves.
As my whole job, every single one of my little career ventures I go on, is me being an attention whore.
I hate being perceived. I go on stage.
We're literally both like always have to be seen.
I hate being perceived doing normal things. Like normal.
Me too.
I will forget how to do it. And I will look stupid.
I've been having like some real bad social anxiety. So I was checking out one day and I was embarrassed because I seemed very like anxious and different, and I was also nervous because I was at a gas station buying tampons, painkiller, and a yummy treat, and then I immediately ran into the bathroom of the gas station, so I felt really, really embarrassed.
Oh.
And I was just like, the whole time I was just like, I look insane. Like, this guy must be like, this chick is like absolutely out of her mind.
You know, I think the thing is that sometimes we think that, and we probably aren't as bad as we think.
Probably not.
Because, goodbye.
I absolutely love that the whole point of our break was so I could change the battery, and I didn't. Hold on. Pause yourself for a minute. Okay. What were we talking about? Being perceived.
Gas station.
Anyway, I started my period when I was out at lunch with our mom.
Oh.
So, and then I was just I have like, you guys are getting to hear the most lovely, beautiful things. Anyway, I have, tampons in my car. Thank goodness. I'm prepared.
Oh, good.
Yeah, fantastic. Except if you remember earlier in this podcast, I told a story about how I had to take Jay's car.
Oh.
Yeah, so I completely forgot. Just driving. But I was 30 minutes away from home, which is far from me. And then suddenly the gas light turned on in his car.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, oh, and I didn't have enough gas to get home, not even with
Yeah.
oh, I'll fill it up at home. But then I was just like, fine, I'll stop at a gas station. I'll get tampons out here. I'll get painkiller. I went home and I was out for not sleeping, but just
Mentally
huddled over in pain for an hour and a half.
Dude, I think that I don't think I mentioned this yet because I did talk about my ovulation pain before.
We're not on the same track anymore because I was 5 days
I
early.
know because I have 5 days left, but I was at dress rehearsal and I was singing a solo, and as I'm singing the solo, I suddenly get the most intense pain that, when it's so bad that I started sweating.
Oh,
and
I know it.
But I had to just keep singing, and then I was just standing, and I went back after singing my solo. I was really and I should have just left or something, but I was no. So I was just sitting there sweating, waiting for it to go down. Yeah.
Is that ovulation pain?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was the second month in a row you got really bad ovulation
Yes.
pain at school.
It's fun.
Oh, jeez.
Luckily, I just kind of wrote it out for the entire dress rehearsal. But, afterwards I mentioned it, and my friend was like, oh, I didn't even notice. So. you were like, I wish someone would have noticed. I don't get that bad ovulation pain. But I don't know why.
As always, ever since I was a youngin', I get such bad cramps that if I don't catch it and take painkiller right away, I don't know why pills was so bad there.
I don't know. They are pills.
They are pills. Anyway, I don't know why I acted like that was a bad word. But anyway, if I don't catch it and take something right away, I literally, it destroys me. And I usually end up vomiting. Luckily, I had Zofran.
Oh, that's good.
It's my savior. My whole savior.
That is good. Yeah, weirdly, my period cramps haven't been as bad as my ovulation ones.
It's very interesting because I get ovulation pain, but it's doop, doop, doop the whole day.
Okay. Yeah, no, this was definitely not like that.
Not
doop,
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 little
the whole day.
intense.
Yeah, it sounds bad. Jeez. Ovulation's a great time for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy. I'm hot. Which I'm looking for, because I say ovulation, but from after my period to ovulation ends, which was 2 whole weeks, I'm so happy. And then
That's good.
Oh, I actually wanted to talk to you about something mental health related. But anyway, as soon as ovulation ends, literally the next day, to my period is slowly downhill.
Yeah.
And then
I
once
guess I kind of know what you mean.
yeah, once I start my period, I'm okay, this is
because
fine.
I've actually been a little bit okay mentally, and it's probably gonna start going downhill soon.
It's actually good to track not even track, but mentally track when you're feeling certain ways during what time, because it lets you know which hormones are affecting your mental health and body negatively. Which is what happened and how I found out this fun fact. It's called premenstrual dysphoric disorder or something. I said or something, even though I literally just looked up PMDD. And the reason it presents very similar to bipolar disorder.
Oh.
And anyway, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a more intense PMS. It happens the same time as PMS. But the wild thing is, I've heard about this before. I've seen it. I'm whatever. I found out that 92% of autistic women have it. 92.
Really?
So I'm kind of I looked this up because I noticed I was acting extremely autistic during my PMS time.
Okay.
And I was like, why? And apparently that might be why. I'm not self-diagnosing, but I'm self-diagnosing. Also, I want to make it clear that I am an autistic woman. I'm not.
Yeah, you're not just.
I'm not
using
being
it
like
as a
I'm
term.
so autistic, like I said in the second
In the
episode.
other- yeah.
It's horrible to
No,
do.
you're actually just saying that you.
Yeah.
It's acting up. Yeah.
But I found that out.
That's
and
crazy.
it actually kind of made me feel better because I'm like, I know that maybe this might be why, so I can like be upset and not feel good, but know that it will end and come back and end and come back for the rest of my life. But yeah, I found that very interesting.
I kind of wonder because I feel like my very intense psychological issues happen like
Cycle related.
yeah.
Well, people even with other mood disorders, or not mood disorders, but other mental health disorders are more prone to it. Like ADHD is like 70% of ADHD women.
Wow.
And like it's also common with people who are perfectly normal in their brain, which I'm not saying you are because I know that you've got a spicy brain, but but
yeah, I don't think I got a perfectly normal brain.
yeah, but I feel like you just crossed your
The fact that just happened after I said that I don't have a perfectly normal brain.
That was amazing.
There was like a fuzz and I thought it was a bug.
You know what's funny is I didn't even question
No,
it.
you know you're doing it too.
I didn't even question it because I saw the fuzz.
Oh, okay.
It was just like,
I was like, ooh. Anyway, sorry, continue.
but yeah, you should look into it because it's
Mhm.
actually very fascinating. This fuzz, I need it to go away. Okay.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so that explained a lot of why, and it happened like way early, so I'm like, this doesn't seem like the time for PMS, but then I started my period early, so I was
Yeah.
like, it was PMS. So maybe I do have PMDD, not the other thing.
Not the other thing. But oh my god, that piece of fuzz. Last night, Kevin was playing. He's been playing Final Fantasy. I think 7. I don't know. It looks newer.
Mm-hmm.
In it, they were like talking about a character, and they were like, yeah. Sometimes he just tends to like think about things that are gonna happen and imagine the worst situations and. Like, they went over to him, and he was just like, and what if this happens? And I went, oh, my God, I wonder. And he's just, like, sweeping, like, and Kevin just looked at me. I was like, shut up.
Oh. It's called anxiety.
It was funny because I had been to therapy yesterday. At the end of it, she has this paper that she handed me. What are you doing to your teeth? Okay, she had a paper that she handed me, and I felt very called out by the paper.
What did the paper say?
It said, let me get the paper really quick. I think we're almost out of time, but I don't know how much time we've been recording.
I put a timer. It's fine.
Where's the paper? Here it is. Cognitive distortions.
Oh, can I see it, or do you mind?
Yeah, it's a paper and it says cognitive distortions.
Do you want to read this out to them?
Sure.
What is that like a diagnosis? Or is that like just these are things that are distortions in your brain?
Yeah, I think it's more like this. She just said that I
Oh,
need
these
to look
aren't
over
normal.
this.
Okay. You need to look over this.
Yeah. We had like a particularly long session where we almost ran out of time, and she's like, okay, we don't have time to go over this, but like, you should look at this.
Oh my god. I like how that means she printed it and prepared it before.
When I got there, I saw her printing it.
I want to go to your therapist.
I like her.
She seems really
nice.
cool.
She is cool.
Anyway, continue.
Mental filter. Only paying attention to some types of evidence, focusing on your failures while avoiding seeing your success.
You think you have that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Catastrophizing. Only seeing the worst possible outcome of an event or situation.
It's called anxiety, bro.
Yeah. Jumping to conclusions. Assuming that you know what other people are thinking. Predicting the future. Yeah.
You said that as if that one's like the worst of yours. Like the one that's the most true. Do you think
Probably. I always am like, oh, they must have thought I was the craziest person in the world. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see. There's some that aren't quite as much,
Mm-hmm.
but like one of them is like placing the blame on others, and when I read that out, Kevin was like, yeah, no, you only place the blame on yourself.
Yeah, you don't do that at all.
But like a lot of these, you may blame yourself for things that are totally out of your control. So yeah, that one that one checks out. So yeah, just kind of things like that is
that's fun.
It's fun.
Do you think you're gonna go in depth with that next week? At your next appointment?
Probably.
Wait, can I see it again?
Look at all my problems. No, just kidding. That's not particularly for me, but
I know.
it still applies to a lot. She handed it to me. I just started nodding. Just like, just think about this. And you're like, I was like,
oh, I do labeling constantly.
yeah.
I literally go, I'm so annoying.
Last night I started, because I always have to make a joke out of everything.
Yeah, same.
So I started like,
coping mechanism.
I think what happened is I was like, oh, the one thing it says is to avoid should statements. Like, oh, this should have done this. Or I think I said something like, oh, the broccoli should be done soon. And Kevin was like,
should.
And I was like, oh my God, I feel such a loser. I was like, oh, I'm labeling. Oh my God, I'm blaming. Oh my God, I'm overthinking. Oh my God.
That's amazing. I love it.
So,
yeah.
I'm a comedian. Oh, the fuzz is back.
It's
yeah,
back.
I'm just
Why you don't even have anything in here that would create fuzz or anything?
I really don't know why do you keep chewing on that bottle cap?
It's really fun.
Like we're just getting more and more like
it does
unhinged.
It tastes like blood though. I don't know if that's because my gums are bleeding because I'm chewing on something sharp, or if it's just because it's metal.
I'm a little suspicious of you. In one of our last ones, you were talking about the taste of blood and everything.
Was I?
You were talking about if we had people taste blood.
Oh, because the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were like saying that that I have good tasting blood. You were like, wait until the mosquitoes. To mosquitoes, I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm like a little.
I don't like.
What?
I
don't like human blood.
No, I don't like any blood. That's disgusting.
I know.
I was gonna go into a whole thing, and then it was gonna be way too like TMI.
Oh, okay.
So we're not gonna.
Okay.
And it's not what you're thinking. It's literally not. It was just this weird trailer. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on from that.
I was gonna say I don't like to be spat on. Okay, moving on.
Okay. All right.
You're probably wondering how I got there.
I don't know if I want to know. What?
I also don't know really who enjoy. I mean, if you do, teach your own. But like, who enjoys being spat on? There are actually the reason I was thinking about this the other day is because there was a show we were watching where it's like, oh, these people are dating, whatever. And so many girls go, I want him to spit, like, in my mouth, right? And, that's the thing you hear a lot.
I guess so.
I just don't like it. I think that's disgusting. The idea of it's so gross. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't care that, like, kissing is essentially that. It's...
No, there's something about like,
yeah,
globus, yeah, even.
Ew.
So you agree with me? She also doesn't like to be spat on.
I don't. I do randomly just like, I feel like this is a thing that girls do, but I'll just randomly bite like Kevin's arm or something.
Yeah,
I'm not saying in a weird way.
No. Mine's I like to bite Jay. Like
I like to bite mine too.
I like to bite mine in a silly way. But he actually gets a little scared.
Oh.
So I learned to just like, how when dogs play, they'll like put their mouth over another dog, but not clamp.
Oh.
I started to do that because I don't want to hurt him, and he got a little nervous.
Oh.
Yeah.
How hard did you bite him?
There's a story. I'm not going to go into it.
Okay.
And again, it's silly. It's not like weird.
Yeah.
But it's just,
it's just the fact that he's afraid.
well, he already didn't like it, and I didn't
Yeah.
know, and if I would have known, I wouldn't have
Been doing it, yeah.
bit
Makes
him
sense.
because boundaries. But anyway, I also bite mine
Yeah.
for silly.
For silly purposes. Calm down, everyone.
Calm down. We're grown women who like to bite our partners for silly purposes.
For silly purposes. Oh my god, she just crunched the bottle cap.
That reaction was amazing. When you were like narrating it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Now she's doing it again. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oof.
I lost it. It's fine.
Maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, I guess we should head out
Yeah.
so I can get my bottle cap and keep chewing on it. Anyway, whoa!
Oh, I don't know. I was hearing the wrong thing. I thought you said you wanted your bald cap.
No,
Like, what are you talking about?
don't need that
Okay.
today.
Not today.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
I don't have a bald cap. That would be cool though. I was thinking about how if Jay ever broke up with me, I would shave my head. Anyway, I really would.
Okay.
Because, well, I thought of it because my hair sucks and I'm having a really hard time taking care of it. And I hate having hair. And if I didn't care about looking attractive, I would start over. I just care too much.
Your hair is lovely, I think, but
Yeah, but if you broke them, it sounded a lot more like, I'm going to lose it.
I'm gonna lose mine to shave off my hair.
Shave my head like Britney, circa 2002. Don't know if that's the right year.
I don't know what year it was.
I like how you knew I didn't know because you shrugged.
Yeah, I knew. Well, I didn't know.
You knew I was like trying to ask you.
'Cause I
Anyway.
don't know.
Anyway. This
Um,
episode has been a little unhinged.
it
But
has.
that's what you get when you're on episode 8.
Yeah.
See,
What's
I don't know.
sorry?
Continue.
You know the trend right now? It's like, what's 4 + 4? Okay, you don't know it.
It's 8.
Yeah, but it's like if someone does.
Oh, like she
something-
ate?
Yeah, they'll just comment like, "What's 4 + 4?" or something, or how many letters are in. Yeah.
Have you heard of that trend? I heard this on another podcast. I might be thieving. Have you heard that trend that goes like, have you seen... Hold on. I'm not clever. Hold on. Have you seen Taylor Swift? Have you seen her picking things up? That's Taylor Lift.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I think it's so funny when people can do it like just go, go, go.
And going
I
back
obviously
and forth.
can't. That's why we're not going to ever do it. But
Yeah.
and they just go for so long. I'm like, how did they think of that?
How are you doing this?
Yeah. Even though all they're doing is rhyming and then thinking of
Yeah.
a sentence. But
Makes sense.
okay. Be sure to check us out at 2 Ginger Peas. Or actually, you know what?
I don't know what we're
Don't
gonna
know what our
be.
social media is after this because, well, by the time this one comes out, you should check us out at
Editor Catherine here. You can follow us at Pity Privilege on all social media platforms. Whatever.
right here on the screen.
Or on the... For the listeners, I don't know.
Oh,
Somewhere.
for the listeners, find us.
Just
We dare you.
Just find us. Just try to find us. Yeah.
Bye!
Bye.